Welcome back to another episode of Health is Wealth, and thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, I am beyond grateful and thankful to each and every one of you who is watching this, continues to support this, and always truly hope you are gaining value from this as I share just things that are on my mind, thoughts, lessons, that I'm learning along the way on my own journey, and hope that it helps inspire, motivate you, maybe get you to see something in a different perspective, or even, learning something for the first time. And again, just something I'm just sharing along my own journey to the next better version of myself, in life to elevate. And so really do hope you're finding something that you could take away from this. And on this week's episode, what I wanted to talk to you about is, what if you were the one? Steve, what are you talking about, the one? So I got this message from Ed Mylett, and he talks about it quite often. And you probably hear me talk about him quite often. It's just someone who I really admire and look up to and influenced by. And he talks about that every family, there's the one that comes into that family line and can change everything for everyone, break the generational curses, change the lineage in the family tree forever. And Ed Mylett, he was that one that came along, became extremely successful, changed everything for his family and forever, right? And what if you were that one for your family? I think about this personally often every day, as I go about my day, because, I think about, what if I was the one sent to help change everything for my family? When you begin to think that way, it starts to change just how you do the things you are doing every day, right? And so for me, thinking that way helps motivate me, especially in times, when I might not feel like it, maybe times when, I think I've had a long day and I had done a lot and had a lot on my plate, maybe I could push a little bit more even if I don't want to. It's using that mindset and that mentality that helps push me a little bit more, right? We sometimes don't think about that. We don't, how often do you think, that maybe you're the one in your family that could change everything for everyone? And you really don't know, that you're not, right? I think especially if you feel something in your heart and on your mind, something that's speaking to you that says there's something bigger in life, there's something bigger for you to achieve. And maybe that was placed on your heart and mind from God for a reason, because you are the one that was to come to help change everything for everyone. And so think about that next time, as you are just going throughout the day, maybe next time you get a little lazy and you're like, I don't feel like doing much, and you're just sitting on the couch. Ask yourself, what if I'm the one who was sent to change everything for my family? Would it change, you just sitting around doing nothing? Would it make you want to get up and start putting in some work and investing in your health and your finances and getting a game plan together? It sure does for me. And that's why I think about it every single day, because that is the reality of it, right? Maybe you don't have one in your family who's already breaking those curses for your family, or taking your family and their financial status and the quality of their life to the next level, right? What if everything is in your hands? What if you hold the absolute key that could unlock all of it? Would it change how you perceive everything about what you're doing and how you're doing it and why you're doing it and where you're at in your current status financially, with things that you're working on, things that you're pursuing? I would hope so, and when I think about this myself every day, it pushes me to want to go more and more and more, and again, I use it as fuel to fire me on days that maybe, fire me up on days that maybe, I don't have the most motivation. Maybe I'm a little tired because of the things I was doing all day. Maybe I'm already up late working on stuff, and I decided to want to quit a little bit early. A lot of that gives me the motivation to put a little bit more, because what if God put me in that place to be the one for my family? And I truly believe in my own case that, that I'm supposed to be the one to help try to figure this out, for everyone, to get to the family and my loved ones and people I care about to the next level in life. And so just think about that when you go about your day. You know, what if everybody who you love and care about, your family, the closest to you, are waiting for you right now in your life to be the one who's courageous enough to let go of that fear that's holding you back from the thing that you want to do, waiting for you to take that chance, waiting for you to take that risk, waiting for you to make that move to essentially answer all their prayers of living a better dream life, of pursuing the things that they want to pursue, of doing things and experiencing things in life that they want to experience. What if all that came down to you? How differently are you going to, move through your day, right? With the things that you spend your time on and invest in, and the things that you waste your time on, if you really put that into perspective, hopefully it changes a lot for, how you're thinking. Next time you feel a little less motivated, maybe next time you're just not doing anything because you're bored, or, you want to give up because, it's getting too hard, or, you've been putting in the hours and you get a little tired. So maybe you should just, take it easy because you put in a lot of work. What if everybody's fate and the quality of their life and the abundance that can be given to them lies in your hand? What if you're the one in that family? That is a reality that is so true, I think, to anyone at any time, that it's scary to think about, right? Because, it's a lot of responsibility. It's a lot to think about when you're like, gosh, this all could fall on me. But how powerful could that be to you if, you feel something in your heart, if you feel a bigger vision, if you feel that there's something bigger in life, and God's just like, you know what, you're the one I sent for your family, who's going to be able to get them out of, even if you're in some bad circumstances right now, or be the one to be like, you're the one that I sent, who's going to make life just 10 times better for everyone. Would it change the things that you're doing, the bad habits that you have, the things that you're taking for granted, the things that you're not doing in your life? I sure hope that's going to motivate you to really push further and more in life. If you came down to that realization of what if you're the one, and you have two choices, you could put in the work, you can make some sacrifices, you can take some risks, you could be bold and let go of fear and push towards the thing you want, or you can be the person who's just, doing nothing, right? Wasting your time, sitting around doing, activities that are just non-productive, catching up on all the series of stuff on shows, sitting on the couch doing nothing when you should be working on your health or financial, or again, a game plan to be like, how am I going to get me and my family to that next level? Never underestimate the power of that, and I think it's just such a powerful message, because I could believe that is to be true, that every family, there is one that's going to come by and can change everything for everyone. And so the question then becomes, who's the one, What if it's you? What if, everything that could change in your family tree and lineage comes down to you taking those chances, making those moves, taking that risk, just going forward and pushing through obstacles to reach that vision, that dream that you've got in your mind? What if that was put in place? Because once you can get there, it changes everything for everyone that you love, care about, who's close to you now and forever. It fuels me up to think that I could be that one for my family, why that is so powerful to me, which is why when I have times where I'm like, maybe this is not going to work out, again, maybe times when I'm a little bit less motivated, or I don't feel like doing that thing, I remind myself that what if my family is just waiting for me to break that barrier, to overcome that obstacle, that fear? What if on the other side of all of that is the game-changing decision and move and thing that's going to change everything for me and for them forever? That power is within each and every one of us. There's one thing that is for sure, like Enmylette said, every family will have that one who's going to come by and going to change everything for them. And so ask yourself today, what if you are the one? How differently is going to make you think, move, and just perceive things in your day-to-day, knowing that you have the ability to change not just your life, but for you and your family. And what if the only thing that was holding you and your family back from living the best life possible, for changing that family tree, from changing that lineage, from changing everything, came down to just you taking that risk, taking that chance, pushing fear aside and pushing through those barriers, working late, doing some early mornings, investing in yourself, investing in your future, investing in all of that. And if you can do that, you could quite literally change everything for you and your family forever. Whew, that is such a powerful thing to think of, guys. And the reality is, it is so true. Especially, I believe, if you're a leader in your family, if you feel you take more responsibility for your family's well-being, I think it's much more of an obligation for you to feel and think that way, because you can quite literally hold that key, hold that power, hold that ability to do the hard things, to make the hard decisions, to make the hard sacrifices, to put in the extra work, to outwork everybody else, to follow that dream, to follow that vision, to follow that path, right? And if you can do that, you can give your life a family, your family, and, a life that they beyond deserve. That quite literally could rest in the palm of your hand. So think about that next time you just sit around and not doing much, or you give up because it's getting too hard, or you're not motivated to do anything, or you're not working on your fitness, or you're not working on goals, or you're not working to better yourself. How will it change if you ask yourself if you could be that one in your family? And if you can just do the things that are necessary to better your own life, that could be the meal ticket for your family to live a life and experiences that they never dreamed of before, right? It's a powerful thing to think of, guys. You could quite literally be the one, and I'm out to pursue to be the one for my own family. Thank you guys again for so much tuning in on this week's episode, and we'll see you on the next one.